Welcome to Modern Art Blitz. My name is Matt Gleason. This show, we blitz modern art. We have 3 guest segments today. We got a packed show. I'm gonna get right to it. My first guests, 1 segment, 2 guests. If you are not satisfied, you get a full money back refund, but I think you'll be satisfied with the show today. Our first guests, Tina Linville and Dan Callis. Welcome to the show. Now the reason you're on, you have a show that just opened last night.
Last night.
Yep. And you recovered from the opening.
Not quite.
No, not quite. Happy hangover. Okay, so the show is at Jason Vass Gallery. It's Vass, not Vass, right?
That's Vass.
Jason Vass. Pardon me?
Vass.
Jason Vass. At the Jason Vass Gallery right now, is there a title for the show?
Ready to see.
Ready to see. Now, Tina, you're a sculptor.
That's right.
And Dan, you're a painter. So, kind of natural allies, one would think. So now, okay, we've got the installation shot. We're in the gallery. Okay, how was working? How was working with? Was it curated by anybody, or did you kind of collaborate with Jason? How does this work?
Jason invited us in and then turned the space over to us. Incredibly gracious, and so Tina and I curated it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because it really is like a. How do I say this? There's a harmony there that you don't get in every show. That even with ones that was particularly attention was paid to, like, hey, I want everything to look good. Is it a natural harmony? Did you know each other beforehand?
We knew each other, but not as well as we know each other now. So we had some fun time just talking about the work together as we installed and just kind of talked through similarities that we felt were there.
And we've been in each other's studios over the years. And was it last summer before in Long Beach, there was a little pop-up show that we participated in, and seeing the work together, there was a definite conversation going on.
Absolutely. I mean, it's one of those shows that if I walked in and didn't know it was a 2-person show, I would have gone like, oh, this artist has a wide range of painting and sculpture. So there's harmony. And yet, now you didn't go to the same art schools, did you?
No.
Where'd you go?
Claremont.
You went to Claremont Graduate School?
Yeah.
Before it was CGU, it was CGS.
Yes,
right? Okay. Well, that's and you went to?
I went to Cal State Long Beach.
For graduate work?
Yes. I was in the textile department.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Where'd you do your undergrad?
I did my undergrad at the University of Washington.
Oh, is that a Husky? Are you a Husky?
Yeah.
You're a Husky.
Yeah.
So you're from the Washington area?
Yeah, and I was in the sculpture program there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, and Dan, are you a Southern California native?
Yes.
Oh, okay, where'd you grow up?
Born and raised in Inland Empire.
Inland Empire?
Riverside.
Are you still there?
Yes, no.
No. Where are you now?
I was in LA and 2.5 years ago moved out to the city of Orange.
Orange. That's why you're wearing an orange shirt.
Yes.
Flying the colors. Okay. So now we've got these installation shots and they're great. And I think and Jason's got a first class program and they're even like they tore down the bridge in front of the gallery and he was open the whole time.
Yeah.
I think the construction crews have been buying a lot of art there.
The cranes were moving last night.
Yeah, really?
Yeah,
during the opening?
No noise, but people had to dodge.
Oh dear. So here's another look at what's going on. So now you both are primarily or completely abstract. Do you consider yourself completely abstract artists, or is there a sensibility of figuration? I'm thinking, Tina, with sculpture, there's always that anthropomorphic sort of conundrum, right?
Yeah, I think when you use a real object, like it has a representational feeling. When there's a chair or a shoe or something, it feels representational, but definitely interested in abstraction, and I sort of build a painting maybe in a similar way that you would build I build a sculpture the way you would build a painting, perhaps.
Do you take form and abstract from it, or do you start with pure abstraction and head back towards form?
I'm really process-based. I start with a base form and then sort of go back and forth between thinking about the surface and thinking about the form. Really additive, subtractive.
Surface is very important to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, surface is very important in your paintings.
Very much so.
Almost. I mean, and have you always had a proclivity towards like that kind of like texture, impasto?
Tactility.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's interesting in your question about figuration because it's purely abstraction, but I'm constantly thinking about embodiment. So I think I'm thinking of a presence of a figure the skin of the painting, a structure and a substructure, an anatomy that's there. So a kind of figurative intention.
What inhabits that space, though? Well, when something's tactile, there's like this tactile form, and yet you want there to be that space that the viewer enters. You want to enter into the space, right? We're looking at one of your pieces now. What's this?
Yes. Foot in the Door is the title. About 7 feet by 7 feet.
7 feet by 7 feet?
Yes.
Who has a wall that big?
Jason in his office.
Jason, it's yours. Pay up. Okay, and now, do you like the effect that you're actually floating in the painting?
Yes.
That we covered up the couch, and I think we got a good. So this is 7 feet by 7 feet, and most of your work though is a little more.
It ranges down to 12 inches by 12 inches.
Yeah. Okay.
But there's a similarity, I think, in all the work, and so part of it is an exploration of scale. You were mentioning a kind of tactility in the skin, but then the space. I'm really interested in a kind of confrontation of the surface of the viewer, a claiming of that surface, and a kind of blocking an entrance into the space that's in there, but then always having a space that's...
There's a way to go further,
yeah.
even though, okay. So
there might be more there.
So you're not following any of this picture plane stuff. No. You want there to be an illusionistic space.
Back in it. Yes.
Back in it.
Yeah.
The tactility forward.
Yeah. So in some sense, there's a bodily presence right at the surface that meets the viewer, and then something behind, some space to move into.
And so what are we looking at now? Tina, this is one of your pieces.
Yeah, it looks so strange with the couch in front of, or with my body in front of it.
Yeah.
This is, it's called Endeavor.
Endeavor.
I went to look at airplanes and spaceships over Christmas break, and wanted to try making my own out of sort of halfway built work in my studio. So I made different parts. I think we'll see a few different parts of the spaceship.
And this is the spaceship Endeavor, the space shuttle Endeavor.
The space shuttle.
Okay.
Yes.
So it's kind of inspired by that. That's part of the Southern California landscape.
Yeah, which I haven't been to see the real thing yet.
And and how tall is this?
Everything is kind of Tina sized, but it's probably a
little taller than you?
A little bit shorter than me.
A little shorter. Okay.
This
Okay. And so what role does color play? Because your stuff is so colorful and yet so form based. Is the color like the last thing you worry about?
No, I definitely think about the color throughout the process.
Oh, yeah?
Like a lot of my studio organization in terms of my tools and a person like me, I always have like junk piles, but my piles of junk are sort of categorized by color often.
Oh, really?
Sometimes by type. I mean, my systems of organization are always changing and evolving based on what I'm working on, but color is always important. I usually have a sort of sense of like a color palette for a sculpture. Maybe that comes from like textiles and color palettes with dyeing fabric and things like that.
Okay, because your master's is in textile.
Yeah, I do a lot of fiber type processes in my work.
Wow.
Day in and day out.
So, and this is all new work, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, help me out here.
This is, everything in the show has been made this year except one piece. From last year. 2017? 2017. I've been very busy.
Oh my God! So you just wow. When did the show get greenlighted?
For me, January.
Oh really? Okay, so this was like, hey,
I was like, yeah, okay.
We like you. We need you. Get to work.
A lot of the stuff is sort of. It's reworked a lot of, there's a beginning point where I'm revising. My studio space is my limit of how much I can make, and I make every day a lot. So at the beginning of the year, I kind of revamp things. So there's like pieces of older work. So there's a time in the work that's longer than the 2 months that they are in existence now. Does that make sense?
Yes, absolutely.
So there's past projects like embedded into these forms.
Yeah, you could start with something. Oh, this has been. Oh, wait, 5 years, and now I know what to do with it, right?
So yeah, I do a lot of revising and reworking of old stuff.
So Dan, what is this called?
Eye of God.
Eye of God.
Yes.
Wow.
I know, right?
And how big is this one?
It is 40 inches by 40 inches.
Is this oil paint or acrylic paint?
Oil.
Oil?
Yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah. oil on a fiberglass skin. So fiberglass skin over panel. And then
now you see you're definitely announcing you went to Claremont when you've got this tactile abstraction on fiberglass. That's like the Roland Reese does Roland Reese kind of like inhabit your
no
he had a lot of work in the 60s. He did a lot of work in fiberglass.
The cast stuff.
Yeah.
No, it was more growing up surfing.
Oh,
more
really?
the Southern California surf.
Do you still surf?
Yeah.
You still surf, so that's why you're in Orange to get as close to the beach as affordably close to the beach as you can. Where's your favorite place to surf?
Yeah. Cliffs and Surfside.
Surfside.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, in Chinatown, I have a gallery, Coagula Curatorial, and next door is Gregorio Escalante. And if you follow Greg Escalante on social media, it's like every morning he's paddleboarding. Yeah. At least once a week, Greg's out there surfing. And every day I'm there on Facebook going, I'm getting a workout watching you on Facebook. So this you said this was 40 by 40.
Yeah.
And now how do you come up with the title Eye of God out of an abstract painting?
Titling process for me is always after the painting.
Wait, it's done. It's done.
Yeah.
It's on the wall. You're not thinking about how to make it.
Yeah, because for me the whole painting process, I too am very process oriented, and the whole interaction with making the painting, it's like developing a relationship with the work, with the piece. And so listening to it, and part of the intention of the title of the show, Ready to See, part of that is a kind of a claim of intention on both our parts about being present to the work that we're doing and to that work, that new work, and letting it have a kind of voice in the process.
Nice.
And so then the naming of it comes from what it is.
How it announces itself to you?
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. In relation to what I'm reading and
let's take a look. We got one more image of Tina's here. What's this?
This is a small sculpture. It's called Hypothesis. One of my friends worked in the biology department at Cal State Long Beach, and she donated this stand. And I was thinking a lot about nylon, because I use a lot of nylon in my work, and just studying the history of nylon, which came out of a program of pure science. And so I kind of started thinking about that and made
did you have to drill a hole in the floor for that?
Oh, no, there's a base. But
there's a base? Okay.
It looks like it's not.
You can hardly tell.
Yeah, there's a little bit of
because Dan's sitting in front of it. I'm teasing. So well, hey, when is the show up till?
15th April.
April?
Yes.
Okay, so between now, we're filming this, it's March, what is this, March 5th?
Yeah.
March 5th. You have till April 15th to go to the Jason Vass Gallery. Jason Vass Gallery is in the south part of the Arts District, right off of Santa Fe, right where the 6th Street Bridge used to be. You know, there's like this apocalyptic scene, and then there's this amazing gallery, Jason Vass, and on right off, what street is he on though? Is it
Santa Fe and 6th.
Santa Fe and 6th, I was right. Okay, so, well, thank you both for joining us on Modern Art Blitz. Tina, Dan, we'll be back right after this.
To Hollywood.